Hey, everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's a Mugshot Monday. I'm here with Keisha. Are you
Hey
ready?
guys, I'm so ready. I like the show actually.
Okay, we're getting into it now. We're getting into
Yeah.
it. The
Mm-hmm.
first episode just showed so many physical fights that we were like, we
Yeah.
can't do this. But
Yeah. It was shocking to us.
but
Yeah.
now they didn't show as many this week. And I think maybe at the beginning they were just showing so many like quick clips of things
Yes.
that
Yeah.
now we're getting into the stories of people, which I like.
Yeah. I like more story than fist. It's not that I don't like the fights. It's that I know these people are like locked up
Yeah.
and still like have to be around the person they just had a fight with, and
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
you don't
that's a
get in your
lot.
car and drive away. Yeah,
No, no, not or even go upstairs to your own room. Like
right.
on Jocelyn's Cabaret, when the girls get into fights, they've got a mansion. They could go anywhere else and like cool off or relax, go jump in the pool or whatever. But these people go back to this small
Yeah,
cell.
yeah, and the
And yeah,
girls are in a cell with 7 other
I cannot
people.
do that. I don't know. I don't understand why it's like that for the girls.
It's awful. That's
It
awful.
really is. I wouldn't be able to sleep.
What if you had to
You
poop?
know, you have to poop in front of 8 other people because it's 8 of them in a room.
Do you think that if you have to poop, you're like that you like make a pact with everybody, like, "I have to poop," and everybody's like, "Okay, I'll leave."
But then there's going to be that one person. I ain't leaving.
Mhm, true, true.
I can't.
I think you gotta make a pact with everybody, like, "You guys, I have to poop." And
Just the thought,
there's no, like,
the
hidden bathroom where
smell.
you could go poop and
Yeah.
yeah, and then the smell, and then, ugh, and they
You
don't have
don't
any
even have like the spray to
no
spray in the
spray.
room.
You definitely don't have a match. You got nothing.
And I'm just thinking about myself when I'm in there, it's something.
I don't wanna hear about that.
So
I don't
room spray is needed. Like they unless they've got like a kick-ass ventilator system, which I doubt that
no.
they do.
No, uh-uh.
That's just almost inhumane. But then again, it's
Well,
prison.
again, we need to keep remembering that this is
It's
not
prison.
Marriott that we're talking about. This is prison, and you don't wanna go there.
Yeah, this is the Motel 6.
I don't even know. I would say if you're local here, you would know. It's the Moon Inn where they, sometimes find dead bodies. It's
Okay, we
it's
we
on
have
Route
one of
1.
those too.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
yeah.
have one of those in Dickinson off of 517,
Mhm,
and it is a danger zone. So yeah,
mhm.
that's what prison would be like if we're, staying somewhere away from home. So yeah.
Yes, yeah. Because I would take a days in. I'll take a days in
Oh yeah, days
I
in. Yeah.
if I have to.
Yeah.
I'd prefer a Hampton Inn.
Oh, most definitely.
I do
Yeah.
love a
Yeah,
Hampton
yeah,
Inn,
yeah.
or a Holiday Inn
Yeah.
Express is pretty nice.
Holiday and Expressos are got it going on. I gotta agree
Listen,
with. Yeah, they
Dave
do.
is so funny. He was telling me, he was at a work conference in Louisville, Kentucky, um, last week, and he's telling me, he goes, and because he's had this, pancreatitis journey, he's trying to really
Mm,
change the way he eats. So he goes,
mhm.
"Of course, they had this, that, and the other, and I could have made myself like an egg sausage biscuit, but I didn't. I got the
Okay.
yogurt with the granola," and he's telling me all this.
Ooh.
Now, I do love yogurt and granola, but if there's a
Not
biscuit,
over a biscuit.
I would want a biscuit.
Mm-mm.
What if they have, like, crispy bacon? I wouldn't be able to,
No,
resist
that
it.
yogurt would be like a morning snack. Like, it's
So
getting
he's
kind of
telling
close to lunch. I'm a little hungry.
so
Yeah.
he's telling me about it and how, like, what he got and stuff. He goes, "And, they had the little yogurts in the little containers, and they had the
Mhm.
granola separate." He goes, "And they didn't have any bowls for the yogurt." And we have it when I tell you this conversation was so boring and went on for 10 minutes, and I go, "I don't understand why you would need a bowl. Like,
Mhm.
it's self-contained in a little
Yeah.
bowl."
Yeah.
He goes, "But then you can't put the granola in and get the right ratio."
It's, well, okay. I do get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I totally get what he's saying as well. It's not enough room. And then when you got to stare it around, like your
Yeah.
granola's falling off and all.
Yes.
So yeah, I get it. I get
I
it.
was like, "Oh, you should've stuck with the biscuit," but I'm trying to encourage
Right.
him. He's like, "We have to start eating a Mediterranean diet." I was like, "I no, no.
I mean,
Listen,
a Mediterranean diet is not bad, but I don't think I would want it all the time.
no, and I'm gonna, like, change every single thing in my house, like, Yeah.
It's difficult, but I tell you, anytime we stay at a hotel, one day is reserved for me to spend the whole day in the hotel in the bed
If
doing
it's
nothing
if
at
it's a
all.
nice hotel.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
James knows. I'm like, there's one day, like, don't bother me.
Mhm.
I'm here. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna this full day. I'm going to enjoy the full pay of it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because
yes.
you pay for a hotel and you're gone the majority of the time. It's like, nope.
True.
I'm gonna get my money's worth. I'm staying in this bed all goddamn day. Yes, he
Well,
knows.
we're going to a
So
place for
must.
our anniversary, and the hotel emailed me yesterday and was like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to welcoming you. We'd like to know if you're celebrating anything special, and if you need help with spa appointments, or if you need help with restaurant reservation." It's a lot. It's not like a big place, and I was like, "Yes, as a matter of fact, we are celebrating." So I
Right.
told Dave, I go, "We're going to get something for free. They're going to
Yeah,
give us
y'all are gonna
something."
get something on y'all's bed. Like there's gonna be a heart shaped something
Oh
on y'all's
God.
bed.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
it's
then y'all may get like a discount to like, I don't know, their
maybe they'll
restaurant or something like that.
upgrade the room or
Maybe
something.
they will. Don't expect too much.
I know. I'm always excited about a
Expect lower,
room
like,
upgrade. Yeah.
yeah, expect the lower level, and then when the big level comes, you appreciate it a little bit more. It's like I wasn't even expecting that.
I know. I'm excited about that.
Yes.
But I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm especially if I'm not gonna work the whole time, like, if I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
any recordings or anything, I'm just then
Hmm.
you're like, "Now what do I do?" I guess I could watch something that I've been meaning to watch
That's
for 2 years. I guess I
yeah,
could yeah.
exactly. It's the perfect time. Yes, it
I wanna
is.
watch the Murdaugh Murders. Ingrid's been watching it. It's on Hulu and says it's really good with Patricia Arquette. And I don't know if
Now I
he's
haven't watched that one yet.
yeah.
I watched the documentary about it.
Yes, mhm. I listen to every podcast, every documentary, watch the trial. You know me. When I go in with a murder, I
You
go
go
in.
in deep. Yeah,
Mhm.
you go way deeper than I ever go.
I know, but if you have any questions, I'm here for you with the Murdaughs. But I think I was like, maybe I'll
Got
watch
you.
that on the plane when I'm flying to LA, but there'll be other things to watch by then. 3 weeks from now?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. That is very true.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're not here to talk about that. Let's talk about this show. Now, I've decided to take the notes in the style of like a 90 Day Fiance, where I'm gonna do one inmate at a time
At a time. Okay.
because they jump back and forth,
A
but you
lot.
get just like one little scene and then you're back
Yeah.
into the other inmate, and I'm like, I need it to be separated. So that's the way I'm doing it. So this is 60 Days In, season 4, episode 2, Shank Anxiety. Okay.
Woo.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got nervous just
Hmm.
hearing that. Woo.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the new guy. The new guy is Johnny. Johnny tells us that, yeah, when he was younger, he formed a gang. He shot at people, he stabbed people, and he knew it was wrong, but he just said, fuck it, let's do it.
There's something
And
kind of hot about that.
he was cute. And then you see him at the table with his wife and his kids, and you're like, okay, look, he did change his life.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't see a tattoo or anything on her like saying that she used to be about that life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found him to be very handsome as well.
I think he's cute, yeah.
Hmm.
And he says he's doing the program because he knows there's kids out there who are lost, and he can show them
Hmm.
there's a better life. I'm like, how are you gonna show them there's a better life when you're also in prison? Like, what do you mean?
I I think like when he gets out, he'll be able to tell the tale of prison life and how you don't want this. This is what happened to me.
Yeah.
He sounds like he probably has aspirations to open up like a youth center or something like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's what he kind of how he came off.
Well, somebody like that is good who could be like, I've been on all sides of it, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he says he grew up in a tough neighborhood. We meet his brother-in-law, Raymond. They met each other
Mhm.
running the streets when they were young. Looks like they're collecting trash in their old neighborhood.
No, the no gloves. No, they were
What?
picking up trash with no gloves on. Mary Payne.
That's kind of gross.
That's very gross.
That's kind of gross.
Yeah. I guess he's
Um,
getting ready for the prison stay.
he's gonna go ahead and, like, get all those, antibodies in him, you know,
Antibodies,
just
yeah.
build it up. Yeah, build up his immunity. So, we see him looking at pictures from his old days of him, like, with guns in his
Yeah.
hand and all this. I was
Mhm.
like, "Wow, get rid of those pictures." Um,
Right?
and he said, "You know, yeah, I was about that life." And he said, "You know, I was 17 when I had my first son, and I thought I was a good dad." You did?
I mean,
Um,
I mean, gangsters do because they provide their kids with everything that they want. So in their eyes, they are good.
that's yeah.
Probably better than the father that he had.
Maybe. And he says, but of course, my son started living the same life that I had done, and he got involved in a drug deal gone wrong, and it was charged with murder. So he killed somebody. I
That's
mean,
not good.
he got involved in a drug deal gone wrong, and he was charged with murder. How about he got involved in a drug deal gone wrong and killed somebody?
He kills so. I
Yeah.
mean, it's your kid. When it's your kid, you got to kind of spruce it up, throw a little sugar on it a little bit.
Spruce it up. We were not going to say killed. We're going to say murder. Sounds better.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
And he says, I was involved in some of the same things, but I never got caught. Do you think that Johnny killed somebody?
Okay. Think about what he said.
I heard him.
He did not say I'm an ex-gang member. He said I started the gang. So I'm thinking he's probably killed a person or two in his life.
He was the head of the gang.
Exactly.
He's the Tony Soprano of the gang.
You have to kill a couple of people for people to respect you enough to become part of your gang.
Oh, Johnny. And he goes, I can't, basically like I can't judge my son because I just never got caught. And he says, but I'm doing this to understand what my son is going through. I would really like to know the story in between. Like,
yeah,
what's the story in between of how you decided to turn your life around? And how did you become this like family guy sitting at the table with your wife, Nancy?
With a casserole dish right in the middle of the table for dinner. Yeah.
And it looks like he's got a teenage son now and a daughter, right?
Teenage daughter. Yeah.
So Johnny goes to get handcuffed and put in, and he said, he's been arrested before and stuff. So it's kind of a little bit of PTSD because he tried so hard not to like stay locked up, and he's changed his life, and it is a little PTSD. I guess he also can't say, I killed some people, because then they could because there's no statute of limitations on murder.
Yeah. I would not have even said
I'm talking it through.
I would not have even gone as far as to say, I did the same stuff. I just get caught. Well, you trying to get caught now because now people made cold case files. Someone goes back. He said too much. He said too much already.
So the colonel says Johnny will be a great asset he will be a great asset because he does have past experience with gangs. So he goes to intake and he goes, I'm looking around, I'm realizing I'm the only Hispanic guy here. And so to me, it seems like there's all types in there. So they're going to immediately point him out because he's Hispanic. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. But they are really staring at him.
Big time.
Yeah. And he's talking about some guy. He's like, where are you from? And he says he's from Arizona. And he says, I can see all the guys are looking at me because I'm Hispanic. I do not feel safe. And you hear some people yelling and calling him Mexican.
Yeah.
And he goes, I know I'm probably going to have to fight, but it is what it is.
The anxiety.
But he doesn't care. He don't care.
Like literally you're fighting because you're a different race from everyone else.
I know.
Even though we're all in the same fucking prison.
This was wild. And also he says, so he gets assigned to the 600, which is for the older guys. And he goes in, he's like, it's dead quiet. Like I don't know why it was so quiet. Was everybody in the yard? Like, why was it so quiet? Because normally everybody's screaming.
Well, we haven't heard anyone screaming whenever they show Matt and he's in the same ward. It's because there's older people. Look, the older we get, the less we can be involved in loud sounds, just unnecessary sounds.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All the time in this house, I'm like, stop screaming. Stop screaming.
Usually what is the purpose for you screaming?
Anna is just screaming because she's like singing, and I'm like, stop. I can't. You're yelling at the dog, or like, stop screaming. So
she has the voice of an angel, Mary Payne. Stop that.
All right. So he goes into a room, and it's a bottom bunk, and there's nobody in there. And he's like, wow, like I'm in here like by myself. I don't know where everybody is. It's lonely. Got nobody to talk to. And they just keep showing him from these cameras from the corner that is just like, and I guess every cell has a camera in it, right? Because they couldn't just put it in the ones with these, or is that part of the film crew that's there?
Documentary thing.
The documentary.
Because I don't feel like in a regular prison they have a camera in each room.
They should.
Yeah, but then again, we've seen all of them have a big fight where there's tons of cameras and the CEOs don't come out.
They could
So
see
you know
it.
damn well they're not gonna watch like each
Yeah.
individual cell. So
Mm-mm.
that'd be a waste of money.
So, they come out. Everybody gets to come out into the main area, and everybody's looking
Mhm.
at him. They're asking him where he's from. He says Arizona, and they're like, "What? You know what?" And they're, "What are you in here for?" And he says, "Armed robbery." And he says,
Mhm.
when you say armed robbery, that puts a little respect on your name because now they
Right.
know you're not in there for, writing bad checks or,
Right.
whatever. And probably he's saying that because he's like, "Okay, I got a story I could tell that
He's
would be
got tons of
similar,
stories.
similar.
Yeah.
It would be
I
easy to
think he
tell
could
it."
have went in there and said, "I'm here for murder," and he would have some stories to tell.
Yeah. So, and then he's telling some guys, "Oh, I was crazy. My gang was the 24th Street. But we got along with the Bloods and the Crips and whatever. We just wore
Mhm.
black." And they're like, "Oh, that's cool." And so
Yeah,
Johnny's going to be just fine.
I think he's gonna be okay as well.
All right. Now we meet another new girl. It's Stephanie. Okay. Now, Stephanie, they keep putting under her Chiron siblings incarcerated. So I was
Mhm.
like, does she own a company called Siblings Incarcerated? I could not understand it, but now I get she has some siblings that have been
Siblings and
incarcerated. Sometimes I'm just not firing on all cylinders,
I mean, most of the time you're pretty on it, but you most definitely more on it when you read Stephanie's name and the reason for her prison stay. Yeah.
I didn't put that together that that was what that
That
meant.
is so funny.
She's 25, she's a pharmacy tech, she's a beautiful Black girl, and she looks like she lives in a very bougie area. They show the, private residence only. She's walking out by a
Mhm.
pond, she's got her tennis rackets,
Yeah.
and she's a girly girl. She's giving us a makeup tutorial. "Get ready with me, it's Stephanie. You gotta start with your
Mhm.
primer, you gotta do your lipstick." Um, and she says she has 2 siblings who have been incarcerated. She says, "And my sister's never told me anything about it. She just gets out and goes right back in, so she never even has time to tell me."
Wow.
She doesn't say why her siblings have been
Mm-mm.
incarcerated.
Mm-mm.
She
Nope.
says she says, "I grew up in the suburbs with no crime, and my brother and sister, when they moved out, they chose to move into these bad areas with poverty. And I got everything I wanted, and I was spoiled." I was like, "Well, then your siblings don't want to talk to you because they fucking hate you."
Well,
Um,
and I was kind of confused. I was thinking, like, was it a situation where they were like they're half siblings and
right,
maybe they lived with the dad or with their biological mom in like
right.
the poorer part of town? I was like, somewhere there was like a piece kind of missing from her story about the siblings.
I didn't understand, my brother and sister grow up in this, fancy suburbia area, and they turn 18, they decide to move to a bad part of town? I didn't get it. And also,
That
I
didn't
don't know
make
what
sense.
town she's in. They never say where she's
No, we
from.
don't. They didn't. Mm-mm. Nope.
Um, so she says, "I never experienced the street life or the ghetto or crime or hearing gunshots. And, my brother says that I talk white because I live in the suburbs. But,
So
I
this is
don't,
what I'm saying. Like, so
yeah.
it's like if he grew up in the sub, I think there's like they don't live there all the time when they were growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like he
She
said,
says,
"Oh, you sound like a white girl. You grew up in the suburbs." Like he didn't grow up in the suburbs as well.
but she says she grew up with her brother and sister, and then when they moved out, they chose this bad area, and that
I
was their
don't know.
fault. So we need more
Huh.
information.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we do.
And she goes, "I mean, they chose to live in the bad area. That's not my problem." And she says she's driving in her car and she says, "So this is the area where the white people live, but most of
Yes.
my family live in the inner city, and not in a good part of town." So
Hmm.
again, we don't understand. Okay, we don't understand. Okay,
Yeah, she's saying a lot of words, but not all of them are connecting.
right.
I
Well,
don't get
these
it.
are these half siblings that had to move with another parent,
That's what I'm saying.
and
That's the vibe that I kept getting
they
to go
chose not,
that way.
and why?
Yeah,
Because the mom was terrible. We see later. So,
maybe.
and she goes, "Today I'm going to meet my mom at Applebee's," which they tried to blur out, but we recognized it. Um,
I've
going
never
to,
eaten at Applebee's.
but you can recognize that logo. It's an
I
apple.
don't think I was paying enough attention.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
didn't see Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had it blurred. We're like, "Come on." Applebee's is like, "Do not put us in this show."
Oh,
Applebee's is like,
right.
"We do not want to be a part of it." So she goes, I'm going to have lunch with my mom today to tell her what I'm doing. And she goes, my mom thinks I'm frail and weak and can't handle things on my own. And so I wonder if mom moved and the kids moved with mom and she stayed like with dad in the fancy
Dad
house.
and a stepmom, maybe.
Uh-huh.
So I just don't think they were full time together, the siblings, all the time.
Because she said when they got older, they chose to move out. So maybe when they got to be 16 and they could choose which parent to live with.
Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe. That would
So
make sense.
yeah. So she says, my mom thinks I'm frail and weak and can't handle things on my own. And so I'm going to show her I'm going to go to prison. So she goes, Mom, I volunteered to enter a program where I'm going to put myself in jail. And I'm doing it to better understand, my brother and sister. And her mom's like, no, you're not. She goes, yeah, I am. And she goes, Mom, I'm doing it because I want to like understand where they've come from. And the mom is immediately
Yeah,
packing up her food. She's like, I'm taking these chicken fingers. And she says, why would you do something like that?
yeah,
This is so stupid. And Stephanie keeps talking. And she goes, just shut up. And she packs
yeah.
up her shit and she leaves. She takes her free Applebee's food and gets the fuck out of there.
And she says, "You pay for the check.
Well,
You pay for the check, or
A&E.
A&E, whoever.
A&E is
I ain't paying nothing, and I ain't leaving a tip either." Yeah, she gets the fuck up out of there.
she's like, this is paid for. Okay, I'm getting lunch and dinner. Give me a to-go box.
I just
So
feel like if she wants to relate to her siblings better, like I don't know, counseling session, like I just feel like there's so many other steps before you have to actually go to prison.
yeah. Yeah. She could go visit every weekend and
Let's talk.
yeah,
Let's
let's talk.
vibe. Tell me
Yeah.
the stories.
Yeah. So, Stephanie goes, "Well, that went just as I expected." And, she says, "It's hard to go to jail with no support, but I only have the support of my boyfriend, Matthew. We've been together 4.5 years, and he looks so much like, Andrew that's also in prison, just like white boy with glasses, you know?"
Yeah, he little. I mean, at least Andrew's got those childbearing hips and,
Right.
a little bit of a broad shoulder. But this guy right here, he's like, babe, you go on to prison. I'm going to stay right here in this apartment. I will take care of the cat. Yeah, I will see you when you get home.
She's telling Matthew how to clean the house. She's like
Yeah.
cleaning the mirror. He goes, I have to clean the mirror every day. She's like, I'm like every other day, clean the mirror. I was like,
Men don't get the mirror part,
mm-mm,
cleaning of it. No.
mm-mm. So they chat about, the food. She gets like Domino's, like deep dish pizza, like right before she
Mhm.
leaves. I was like, that's your last meal? That's it?
She keeps claiming this lifestyle that she lives, and we've yet to really see it.
She was eating Domino's pizza on a coffee table. So,
I don't know.
which by the way, nothing wrong with that, but it's not so
But
bougie as
now
she's
when
acting.
now when you're trying to portray yourself as this bougie, I'm so much better than person. Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
give me something. Like, have on a Tiffany's bracelet while you're cutting the pizza or something. Come on now, girl.
Oh my gosh. So, she said so they're talking about the food and she's like, "Yeah, I'm sure it'll be gross. I've heard it's called slop. It's disgusting."
Ugh.
So her talking head, she goes, I'm a strong person. I think I'm gonna be able to get through this." No, he says, so sorry. Her boyfriend, Matthew, says, she's a strong person. She can kind of she's like, listen, she's whipping my ass about the fucking mirror. So like
Right?
she can get through
She'll be
anything.
okay.
And her talking head, she goes, I'm doing this to get closer to my siblings so I can tell them that I understand them and where they're coming from. It's just,
I
again,
think her siblings are gonna laugh their asses off when she tells them about her doing this.
go to the community center, volunteer where they live, and see if you can instigate some
Help
change.
the youth.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not doing something where you actually get a paycheck for doing it.
Bingo.
That part.
So she goes to meet with the officers to get handcuffed. And she says, I'm liberal and I'm preppy and I have no idea how I'm going to blend in. What does liberal have to do with it? You think all the prisoners
I have
are like super like
no.
MAGA conservative? Like, what are you talking
I
about?
I didn't, like I said, she says lots of words, but they never really quite connect. Because
You're
I
right.
have no idea why she said that.
Yeah. She says the hardest part will be being around all the females. I don't have a lot of female friends. I don't like drama. I don't want to be involved in drama. Interesting, right?
I think, along with a lot of other things that she says, that maybe Stephanie's not that fucking likable in the real world.
That's what I'm thinking too. Her
That's
mom
what
definitely
my
doesn't like
feel.
her. Mm-mm.
Oh no! Because why would she leave? Like me and Skylar would have been there for 3 hours talking this out, and me trying to talk
Yeah.
her out of doing this experiment, not just getting my food and getting the fuck up out of there. Like her mom didn't even say goodbye.
Oh, no. She said, "I've got dinner, gotta go." So,
Bye.
in the cop car, the cop is asking her about her fears. And she goes, "Really? It's like all using the same toilet. Like, that's my biggest fear."
Yeah,
Like, ew.
yeah, yeah.
So they go to intake and she's like, "Oh my God, it's so dirty. It's so depressing. This is getting real." And she says, "Being cuffed feels like being a slave and they can just tell you what to do."
I feel like that's a little bit different than being a slave.
Mhm. Yeah. You're in a situation where you can leave voluntarily.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you've most definitely got some rights. Yeah,
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
that was a little bit extreme, but okay, okay.
Now, as she and this other girl are handcuffed together and they're walking through,
Mhm.
we hear one inmate has gone completely nuts and yelling about the
Yeah.
cameras, going, "If you're gonna film me, you're gonna give me a check. I don't want to be on motherfucking TV, you pussy ass cracker." It's like, whoa.
I was
Whoa.
like, should I use that one with James every now and then when he makes me mad? I heard this shit on 60 Day Band. I mean, it
Oh.
was, I'm a cusser, but yet, like, some of the stuff that they say surprises me. I'm like, ah,
Well, I'm
damn.
always rewinding time because they bleep it out and then they
They
put it on the
do.
bottom like "P," and you're
Yes.
like, "Oh,
Uh huh.
okay." Now I guessed at what they said. I assume that's what they said because not a lot
That's
of
that's what she said. Yeah.
not a lot of words
Yeah.
start with a P.
Mm, 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 mm,
Um,
mm, mm.
so in the talking head, she goes, "Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah, scared."
Yeah.
So they see them in this tiny van transporting them, and so it's like 4 women on one side. It looks like there's like a wall, and then there's 4 women
Yeah.
on the other side because the women on the other side are all yelling like, "Your hair smells. Well, you've got BO," and they're screaming at each other. But the 4 on her side are pretty calm.
One was like, you smell like ass. Like your smell is that made me gag because there's nothing you can do. It's not like you can get up and go to another part of the truck or whatever the hell they ran. Like,
No, you're
ugh,
changing to another person.
ugh, gotta go
It's
home.
really bad, and I guess that's why they make them take a shower right when they get there.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
wondered why, but some of them look like they haven't showered in a minute.
Yeah, especially if they've been
Yeah,
arrested for something, they're coming, like, right off the streets or I mean,
yeah,
terrible. So she goes, she grabs all her stuff, they give her her mat, her bag of whatever, and they put her in her cell. And, they immediately the girls are all, like, right on her, and they're like,
yeah.
"What's your name?" And then they're pulling at her hair. The one girl goes, "What kinda hair is this?"
Can you imagine what they would think of my hair, Mary?
You would wake up bald. They would have taken all
They
that
would
shit right
scalp
off
me.
they would scalp you
They would
in your
scalp
sleep.
me. Yes. Like this hair's worth a lot of money in here. Like just the yeah, that would be fascinating to them, especially if they've been there for a long time and someone comes in there with a head full of hair extensions.
Well,
That's
I was
weird.
trying to figure out I was like, of course, Keisha, we discuss this a lot. We have,
Yeah.
wig court and we discuss wigs and
Yeah.
we discuss extensions and all this. I thought that was her real hair. I didn't know.
No, it's hair extensions.
Okay, but it's into her real
I
hair.
yeah, but I feel like because I think I saw some leave out. Like I don't think she has like short hair. I think she's got a good amount of her own hair
Yeah,
and just added the extra in there.
it's
At
interesting.
least for what she claims, she said how long her real hair is.
Yeah, because
She
on the
could be
top you could
lying.
see there was like a braid here, and I was like, maybe they,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So I was fascinated by that. So her cover story is she is in there for possession of marijuana, which is 3.5. So I guess that's a lot. I don't know.
Mhm.
But they caught her because she was speeding, and she was on her way to Florida for vacation. She's like, and they're like, "Ah, you didn't even get to see the ocean." And she says she's getting nervous because the women are asking so many questions about her
So
cover
many, yeah.
story. Mhm.
Mhm.
And she does worry about what might happen when she goes to sleep. Well, they're gonna take your hair when you're sleeping, girl.
I mean, you'll
Um,
just expect to wake up with a lot less weight on your head because they're about to get that hair.
and then we see somebody get up in the middle of the night who's wearing giant underwear and goes over to the other girl and is like holding her leg up and saying her P word don't stink. And I was like, what's going on here?
She said, "That Ethel don't stink," because we call it Ethel now on for your sake.
Thank you.
Ethel. And that ethyl don't stink. And I'm like, well, it shouldn't stink.
But it's like, but she goes and she like, the one girl's laying on her bed and she puts her leg up and I'm like, why are we doing this? What's going on?
But I was like, what was the other girl doing to that girl while she was standing up there we couldn't see?
That's kind of what I was wondering
I think a little something was
happening.
going
But
on.
the other girls were all talking at the same time.
They don't care.
Okay. This is
There's
very,
no privacy. You just got to
yeah.
do what you got to do. Yeah.
So Stephanie talks to a girl named Lyric. Okay. So Lyric is like,
Mhm.
so what is your job? And so they were becoming friendly. And she goes, I was a pharmacy tech. And she goes, it's a good job because you could steal drugs.
Mhm.
She was like, but
Mhm.
not a lot. By the way, no, you can't. It's
It'd
extremely
be
regulated.
very hard to
Yeah.
steal the drugs. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just like grab a couple of Xanax. That shit is counted.
No. Yeah.
Um, so Lyric goes, when are you going to give me your hair?
Oh,
And she goes, I've never taken it out. I don't know. I don't know. Like, she's like, I don't know how to take it out. I've never taken it out.
right. She probably has her stylist do it for her.
Yeah. It was interesting. She's like, I don't know. And then they're asking her how long her real hair is. And she says down to
Yeah.
her shoulders, basically. And she then tells the story because she has a big scar on her arm. And she says she went through a plate glass window and then she went to stop
Mhm.
herself and had a scar on her arm. And then she tells another story about she has a scar on her stomach from a hernia surgery. And her talking head, she goes, this is great. I, for the first time ever, have friends, and I think they really like me.
And here's the thing. I think they really like her too.
Yeah.
I mean, she's made friends with the big dog because Lyric is the big dog.
Mm-hmm.
And Lyric seems to be quite fascinated by her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, in the middle of the night, don't
We
be
don't know.
surprised if you wake up and Lyric is trying to spoon you. But hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Okay, now we get Jaclin. Okay.
Mhm.
Remember last time we saw Jaclin, she had put her arms behind her head to say she's
Right.
in distress. It's been one day.
Mhm.
Um, and she's telling them, I might have a panic attack. I think I'm going to pass out. And they're like, it's okay. We're going to help you. We'll help you get in touch with your daughter. She's like, I was told
Right.
I could call and I can't call. And so they place a call to Justin, her boyfriend, and she's crying and she's saying, I'm just so worried about you, you and Gemma. And he goes, you signed up for this. I know you can do it. What you're doing is important. Everything is fine here with Gemma. Everything is all taken care of. We're fine. We've got this handled while you're there.
He was a little bit too enthusiastic about her staying. I think in the back of it, he's like, I told my side bitch we had 60 days together before you came home. And I'd be down if you're about to make me have to renege on that. Like,
Yeah.
no,
Hmm.
no,
Hmm.
no, no, no. This is my time for me and my other boo. Stay in there.
She says, I feel like quitting, but I'm not going to.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it another day. So then she says, I realize I just gotta take it day by day. I gotta like not get overwhelmed with this stuff. And then Gemma gets on the phone and
Yeah.
she is able to say hello to her and stuff. She pulls herself
And
together.
she
So
calmed
she's
down.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So then we see a bunch of her bunkmates chatting and arguing. And then we see them
Mhm.
all talking about her stomach and her shirt and her butt because she's got on like a sports bra.
But, right.
And when she leans back, she's got abs, and then she stands up and they're talking about her ass. And then we get lots of clips of inmates talking about, oh, yeah, you gay for stay, whatever. Like you're in here, you get
Hmm.
lonely and whatever. Jaclin says, like, I wouldn't care, like, if they're talking about this stuff and it was like a basic gym class, but this is sexual and I don't feel
Yeah.
comfortable with it. I feel like they're preying on me. I'm getting kind of worried.
Well, we'll put a shirt on.
Put a shirt on would be the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
start
hot.
there. Yeah.
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 Hot. It's probably hot in there.
Yeah, that's true too.
Um, they're asking her, like, let's see your boobs. And she's like, no, there's a camera. Like, no. And so basically they tell her to go stand under the camera. And black screen of death says an inmate pulls Jacqueline's shirt down to reveal her breasts. And the girls are like, oh, that shit was hot. Oh, your boobs are so cute. And they're all talking about her boobs and stuff.
Oh my God.
And
I'd be
she's
so
like,
uncomfortable.
I'm like, okay, I've just been violated, but I guess I'll just roll with it.
You don't have a
Mhm.
choice. You got to
Mm-mm.
roll with it. Yep.
Mm. So she says, I'm having a hard time fitting in. And
Yeah.
we see the women talking, and she tells them that she's in for assault on her boyfriend. This one girl,
Mhm.
Christina, is asking a lot of
Mhm.
questions.
And
And
she's
she goes,
really side-eyeing her a lot.
and
Like,
she goes, I had a knife. And she goes, did you stab him? She goes, no. And she goes, if you didn't stab him, then why are you in here for
mhm,
aggravated assault?
right.
And she goes, oh, he says I hit him and that, I did pull the knife on him and he had some scratches. Like, it's all bullshit. I don't know. I don't know why they charged me with that. So then they're asking, why did you move from Rice Street? We've heard Rice Street a
A
lot.
lot, yeah.
So
I'm
I
not
guess
sure what that is. Like,
that
is it
must be
a
like
jail?
the local jail, and then they get moved to the
Yeah,
big jail. Um,
right.
and when, why, what was that? Why, when, and all this. She's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. It was like yesterday. And Jaclyn says all the questions, and then them wanting to see my boobs is, mentally and physically exhausting. Like I'm overwhelmed, and they keep asking me all these questions. Like,
Yeah, with the because I mean, you've only got unless you really have thought about every hole that could be in your story, you
yeah,
kind of fucked when they put you on the spotlight. It's
yeah,
like, oh shit. Because these are
hmm,
career criminals that she's in there with.
right, right.
Yeah.
So Stephanie and Jaclyn are now together out in the
Mm-hmm.
pod area, and they're realizing each other might be
Mm-hmm.
fake. Now, Jaclyn says she realized Stephanie might be fake because she said she was a pharmacy technician, but she had had a felony.
Right.
And
And you
Jaclyn's
can't
like,
do that.
I work in a law firm and I know you
Yeah.
can't be a pharmacy tech if you've had a felony.
Right.
And then when Stephanie asked Jaclyn her last name, she like
Mm-hmm.
obviously looked at her bracelet and said Kennedy.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now
I
they're
didn't know if it was a
realizing,
rule that like you couldn't let the other person know.
I didn't either, but they figured it out
Well,
within
you
one.
can.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
So they're realizing each other, were there in the program. And Jaclyn says, I did that on purpose, looking at my bracelet
Yeah.
to sort of let her know.
Mhm.
And I want to have somebody to feel safe with. So Black Screen of Death, Jaclyn and Stephanie confirm each other's participation in the program. And so they're like, okay, okay. I was thinking like I shouldn't ask you, but then I asked you. And then like,
Right.
okay, like, all right, it's good. We can rely on each other. Yeah. And
Yes.
Jaclyn says, this is,
Jaclyn needs that.
she needs it.
Yeah.
Stephanie doesn't need it. She's fit right in.
I don't think she needs it. She surprisingly is fitting in quite well.
Jacqueline goes, this is good, but I am worried that other people will notice like we're different. Well, only you were different. Only you. So now we see all the women are yelling at each other. We're just like screaming, screaming, screaming from the top to the bottom all over. And the two that are mad at each other are Lyric. Remember that is
Mhm.
Stephanie's best friend who wants her hair, and
Yes.
Raven. And Raven is upstairs. And
Right.
Jacqueline says, I've, come to figure out that some of the upstairs and the downstairs have a problem with each other.
Mhm.
And I don't know what to do because like all the roommates are supposed to stick together. So
Yeah, I don't know about all that sticking together.
yeah, but
I
Jacqueline's
feel
in a
like y'all got
different
it.
room than Stephanie.
Mhm.
Stephanie's in the room
Mhm.
with Lyric. So in the Black Screen of Death, we see Raven from upstairs recently disrespected one of Lyric's friends. So we
Okay.
don't know what that means. Okay.
Nope. But it's
So
reason enough to fight.
it's reason enough to fight.
Whatever shit is.
So Lyric, who's downstairs, Raven's upstairs, they're screaming, 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 blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. And the guard is literally just like standing there in the middle watching them, yelling. And this huge, like, it's like now groups are gathering, yelling
Yeah.
in groups, and it's going to be a fight. And the guard is doing nothing, watching them.
Well, so yeah, if I were the guard, I'd be pretty fucking scared. And like, I don't want to get caught in the middle of this shit. But then again, why not call for backup?
Later we see like three guards. So, um, Lyric is continuing to yell up. And so the guard goes up and puts the upstairs people in their room and they lock them
Hmm.
in. And then after a couple minutes, the guard just pops the door open and lets them back
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I don't get it.
So Jacqueline's on the phone with her boyfriend and she's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like everybody's yelling and they're going to fight. He's like, wait, are they fighting? She goes, yeah, here it goes. They're going to fight. And the funniest thing is Jacqueline's like, okay, gotta go. Guess we're going to
Because
fight now.
like, here's so Jacqueline's like me. I don't want to be in the drama, but I want to know 104% about the drama. So
Same.
she's like, I want to watch. I mean, there's no other entertainment, so you might as
Yeah.
well watch the damn fight.
Yeah. So, and I want to know what it's about, who disrespected, who said what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and we see the fight upstairs. And
Mhm.
Stephanie runs upstairs, and you see Stephanie just like trying to look to see what's going on.
Well, she ran up there with the rest of her cellmates, kind of like
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do. I'd be like, "Oh, no, I don't wanna get my glasses broken, guys. Next
Mm-mm.
time, I got you. Next time.
Next time, next time, next time.
Next time." Yeah.
Unless I'm asleep, and then don't bother me.
Don't bother
Um,
me. Mm-mm.
so the guards are just watching, and we see Jaclyn going, "Why won't you stop them? You're just allowing this shit to happen," to the guards.
Mhm.
And Stephanie goes, "God, lucky for me, Lyric really likes me because I've seen her
Oh,
get
yeah.
mad." And then
She can
Stephanie,
fight.
yeah, but they were doing a lot of that holding the hair and then with the other hand, girl,
Yeah,
little
well,
bit
you
of girl
gotta hold
fighting.
a bitch a little bit, keep her still, so, nuck if you buck, you know?
Oh, Stephanie says, "That was exciting." Stephanie was like, "That
Yeah.
was fun." And Stephanie goes, "First girl fight, check.
Yeah, Stephanie started thinking, "Now I see why my sister liked it so much, it kept coming back. This is fun." I
Fun."
don't know. I think she may sign up for an extra 60 days,
She's gonna be like
like
Nate.
Nate. Yeah.
All right, now we got in the 600 zone, zone 6, we got Matt.
Mhm.
Matt has not taken a shower. He is getting greasier and greasier by the minute. He is
I
so gross.
well,
Why won't
but
he
he
just
started off gross.
wash his hair?
But he started out gross. He was gross on the outside, and his hair was greasy on the outside.
I know. Just even with soap, just soap. If they've only given you a bar of soap, use that soap. Get some of
You
that
just
grease
have
out
to
of your hair.
shave it all off.
Ugh.
It's bad and it's thinning and just it doesn't look it's not giving what he wants it to give
No, he needs
at
some
all.
Nutrafol. So,
Yes,
um,
he does.
Matt says, I consider myself a strong guy. I was a prison chaplain for years and I never got any closure for that. And, I'm going back to jail to regain the faith I had in inmates, to see them as humans and not as the thing they did. And I know being here is going to make me a better person. I think I can make a difference in the communities. Okay.
Okay. All
I think
right.
at some point he is going to bug somebody just enough.
It almost happened on this episode.
Yeah. Where
Well,
he's,
I don't know. He was talking to that one guy and it was bugging the fuck out of me. I would have been like, dude,
get out of
you
here.
guys to get up out of here.
Get out of
Like,
here.
I've had enough.
So now we see him preaching to some inmate
Mhm.
about Jesus. And he's like, "You know
Yeah.
what you should do when you get out of here? You got to find yourself a good Bible preaching pastor." And the guy's like,
Mhm.
"Mm-hmm, mm-hmm." And my note here is, I can't tell if that guy is interested in this Jesus talk or not.
He's not. No,
Yeah.
he was just like, when is this fucker gonna get out of my cell?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even Matt's cell, it was someone else's cell.
He went in to be like, "Hey, here's somebody I'm going to, what's the word I'm looking to for when
Be a
they test
mentor
it? Yeah.
to.
Oh, I'm going to testify. I'm going to give my testimony." Yeah.
Yeah, the guy
Mhm.
wasn't interested. Mm-mm.
Now Matt's getting a roommate. His name is Lawrence, and
Mhm.
Lawrence is being transferred from another zone, which means probably some shit went down in another zone.
Yep.
Mhm.
Usually not a good thing.
And he comes in and Matt goes, "Are you okay with the top bunk?" And Lawrence goes, "Not really, man. Like, my back hurts." And Matt goes, "Well, I'm old, so like my back really hurts." And
Yeah.
he goes, "Man, I got shot 3 times."
Oh,
And Matt's
mm.
like, "Okay, well, you can have it. It's fine."
So she got
Um,
shot 3 times.
And then he says, "Yeah, the reason I'm here is like, man, it was crazy. Like, I got in the fight with this guy and like I popped him, whatever. It was self-defense. It's self-defense." And Matt goes,
Mhm.
"Yeah, yeah, sounds like self-defense. Sounds like you were in the right." And Matt goes, "It's nice to have a cellie." He likes Lawrence. They're buddies. The guy's been shot 3
They
times. That's this.
seem to I mean, as the episode goes on, they seem to get along
Yeah,
quite well.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I said, Matt, whose hair now just looks like wet noodles,
Girl.
says, he goes, "God, it seems like a Lawrence has really been around. He's been in the system for years. He's hardcore."
Mhm.
But during lockdown, these two continue to bond. They're just chatting it
Yeah.
up and they talk
Yeah.
about how dirty the cell is. They're going to sweep it, they're going to mop it. And the minute the doors pop open, they run out so they can be the first to get the broom and the mop. And uh,
Lawrence is all about cleanliness
he
because
can't take it.
cleanliness is next to godliness.
He's like, "You said you swept this thing, but you didn't. It's gross."
Yeah, that sounds like me after I said I cleaned up and everyone's like, where?
Matt says, It's nice to have somebody to talk to. I get a kick out of him. Lawrence is fun. I like Lawrence.
Okay, I hope it lasts.
Me too. Matt goes, I've been building relationships with the inmates. I'm at the top of my game. I'm in a comfort zone here. All right,
Oh,
Matt.
okay,
Okay.
Matt. All right, all right.
So he talks to a guy who says he just came from the 500 zone.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason he came over, he goes, I got jumped over there, man. And we see this poor guy getting jumped. And I just wrote, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. This
Yeah,
guy's just sitting at like the lunch table and just like 10 guys jump on him and drag him and just beat the
yeah.
shit out of him.
That's scary. Yeah, and they keep beating the shit out of him
Yeah.
and kicking him.
Kicking him.
The kicking. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nobody's intervening.
Nope.
So, he says, God, I'm just trying to figure out a way I could talk to Andrew, my son, not being able to talk to him is preying on my mind. And I see other people like talking through that door over there. Like, I wonder if I'd be able to talk to that door. So he goes over and trying to talk to the door, and somebody on the other side is like fucking with him, going, "What'd you say, San
What?
Diego? What, huh?" And just laughing
Because
at him.
Andrew sounds so much like San Diego.
That was
I was like,
hilarious.
what?
So, um, Matt is talking to his roommate, Lawrence, and he's like, "This is a scary place, man. Like, being here is scary."
Mm-hmm.
And Lawrence goes, "Oh, man, the 7th floor, that's a real live zoo up there. That's like drugs and weapons." And now Andrew is not on the 7th floor, but
No.
Matthew's very worried about this. He's like, "Oh my God." He goes, "I'm panicked now. I'm starting to panic because I'm so worried about my son." And then, of course, he's like, "What have I done? I've taken my son out of Utah and brought him to a jail in Fulton County. This conversation with Lawrence really made me panic. Like, what's going to happen to my son?"
I mean, you had
Again,
so much time to think about that kind of shit before y'all signed up for the program. Look, Matt, you could have signed up for the program alone,
yeah,
but you dragged your child into the situation because I think you think your child may be gay.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he pushes the panic button that is in every cell, and somebody is supposed to come immediately. And nobody comes. And we see him sitting there for a long time. Now, I did
That's
wonder
scary. That's scary.
I did wonder if he pressed it more than once or just that one time. I'd be like, "Wait, wait, 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 wait."
Beeps!
Yes.
And then yelling out of the cell, did anyone hear that beep? I
Yeah,
beeped it. Like, that's scary that they didn't come.
they didn't come. Nobody came.
Mm-hmm.
So he does the distress signal behind his head. Now, it's obviously nighttime. It's like in the middle of the night.
Right.
So
Yeah.
what would be the reason that production would go in there to talk to him in the middle of the night? Like, they have to come up with some real good reason.
Well, I felt like
I mean,
the story that he was sick
okay.
or was panicky or something like that. So they pulled him out.
But he pressed the button and nobody came. So he had to do the distress
Uh,
signal. So production can't then go and tell the COs, "Hey, he did a distress signal," because COs are not supposed to know.
oh, the CEOs don't know.
The COs don't know.
How did I miss that part?
No, the COs don't know. The inmates don't know. Nobody. The only person that knows is the colonel.
I thought the CEOs knew.
No, because they're there to squeal on the COs too. They're there to show, like, I pressed the button and
Oh,
no CO came. There
that
was
flew
fights
right
and
over my head.
yeah, there were fights and the COs did nothing.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense now. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So my question is, what did production go and tell the COs like, "Hey, we just decided
Mm.
we want to talk to Matt in the middle of the night."
Oh, okay, I see now. Yeah,
They're
okay.
gonna have to pull other people out in the middle of the night too.
Yep, gotta
Yeah.
do, like, more than one interview. Those prisoners not gonna be pretty happy about being pulled out in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So he goes in with production and he's saying, like, "I'm so worried about Andrew. Yes, I completely regret doing this." And he goes, "And now I know if I push that button, no one's going to help
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And I need to know," and this is what he says. He says this in Clint Eastwood, like in a Western. He's like, "I need to know if my son pushes that button, the help would be instantaneous. And if he doesn't get relief in that regard, my relief will be instantaneous." What are you talking about?
You can't instantly do shit. You're in prison.
And then they're like, "So you're gonna leave?" And he goes, "No, I'm not leaving. I'm just talking." Like, okay.
He's so full of shit, the toilet's fucking jealous. Like, he just really is full of it.
He's so dramatic.
He's very I bet his wife is quite glad that he's gone. She gets a
She's like
break.
she's like, "I don't even
Thank
care that I've
God.
got these 6 adult children in this house," or how
We're
many
fine. We're
7,
fine.
7, and they've got
Yeah.
the emo kids over there with band practice. All right.
Yeah.
I put up a reel about that. Did you see it? About the emo kid and why didn't they take the emo kid?
Yes, I did. Yes, yes, yes.
I got a couple of really good shots of the emo kid. Okay.
That is so funny.
All right, over to Andrew in the 500 zone.
Mhm,
He says, I'm getting worried about my dad because my dad
mhm.
gets very worried and very stressed. And
We've seen
yeah, and also he's really dramatic. If you guys notice, he's really dramatic. Um,
exceptionally.
and he goes, I do get worried because I keep getting questioned about my cover story. And
Mhm.
they keep asking me, he's like, I don't know. Like, I don't think my dad stole that money, but I don't know. And
Right.
the guys are like, "Just tell us. You fuck some barnyard animals. Just tell us. Just tell us why the real reason you're here." And they're laughing.
Mm,
He's like, "No, I did what?" Um, but he goes, "But it's been fine." Now he and Alan are talking. Of course, they're
mhm.
unaware of each other.
Yes.
And Andrew goes, "I don't know what that deal with that Alan guy is. He keeps asking me a lot of questions. Like he's really pressing me with a lot of questions. That's
Mhm.
weird."
Alan's weird.
Alan is weird. He's a weird cop.
Like,
He's a weird guy.
I would not wanna get pulled over by Alan because 'cause I'd
Me
be like,
either.
"Are you okay? Because you don't seem okay. Can we get another officer to come pull me over? Because I feel, like, really uncomfortable with you." There's just something weird about him.
I agree.
I don't know, and the ears don't help.
No, it's the ears. So in the
Mm-mm.
talking head, Alan says, Andrew looks very different. And he seems to be
Yeah.
pausing when I'm asking him
Mm.
questions and he's answering. And his story is a perfect cover story. So I
Yeah.
want to see if he's who I think he is. Right.
Okay.
In the talking head, we see Andrew go, I don't know why that guy's asking me so many questions. Like, back off. Get away from me, dude.
Because
So
he's a
Andrew's
fucking cop. That's what they do.
So Andrew was talking to Timothy, his cellmate, and he talking about, various jails Timothy's been in. He goes, "This is the worst one. Like, this is the worst one. Fulton County Jail is literally hell on earth." So
Wow.
at least that's good to know that other jails
Yeah.
aren't quite as bad.
Yeah. Maybe Matt should have picked another jail for his son to go into instead of like one of the worst ones in the country.
When you sign up for the show, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Okay.
Eh,
So Andrew says, Timothy gets on my nerves in a lot of different ways.
that
Yeah.
guy was obnoxious. Like,
That would be
holy
my luck.
shit.
That would be my luck to be stuck with a guy that is, like, burping in my face and
Yeah.
flicking me, and because it looks like Andrew's,
Yeah.
like, on his little iPad thing, like, watching
Yeah.
something or whatever. Oh, guys, and Andrew goes, I did a 2-year mission, and I've got a lot of patience and a lot of empathy for other
Mhm.
people, but Timothy's a lot."
He's pushing it. Like, I would want to fight Timothy. Like, seriously. Like, he was really bad. Like,
I just
really.
I just did, I covered a Dateline with Kimberly on her show, Date with Dateline, and
Oh, wait a minute. So you were on a date with Dateline? I am texting that heifer right now and say, I heard that. Oh, yeah, you just wait till we're done. She's going to get it. Oh, dear
Katie
God.
is on a 2-week break, so she had Jake, who's their co-host sometimes last week,
Mm,
and then she had me this week, and then I think next week they're off. So, anyway, you can
mm.
text her.
I
So
mean, we could be the KKKs.
the KKKs, I know that's a real unfortunate title.
The
K
Ks.
the K's is
K.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she says but there was somebody on there that,
Mm.
was so fucking annoying, and they were like, and before his trial, he did get shanked and killed in prison for what he was known for, which was talking too much. There's a guy on the episode who literally gets murdered because he just in prison because he wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Do you think it was Timothy? Was his name Timothy?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Ugh,
His name was
man.
something else. Okay, Kashal something. So who he'd said he was a Nepal from Nepal, a prince. He was a prince
Oh.
from Nepal.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler
Mm,
alert, he wasn't.
all right. What is,
Um,
yeah, I kind of figured that one.
all right, now we get another new person, and this is Angele, right?
Angele.
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 I even
Yeah.
wrote down sounds like Andale. I wrote down, sounds like
Angela.
Andale, Angele,
Yeah.
lay. Okay. Now I'm wondering because they have made us think that it's Angele that's going to be the one that's gonna get real used to prison, but now I'm wondering if it's Stephanie
Stephanie. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because I don't know which one it
I
is.
know. I mean,
Yeah.
neither. I was thinking the same thing because Stephanie is like living it up.
Nobody DM us and tell us. Nobody DM us and
No,
tell us.
please don't. Don't.
We don't
Like,
want any spoilers. Don't
no,
tell us.
don't. And we know you guys get excited to like tell us things. We get it.
Don't tell us.
But we don't you guys want to see like our like real reaction to the story? Yeah,
Yes.
don't tell us. We
Don't
don't.
tell us who it is because we're watching it one by
No.
one and we don't know. Okay.
Yes. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
We love you
So
guys though. We love you.
Angele. Okay. So she is 25. She's an
Mhm.
electrician. She lives in Texas. Hey.
You know, if
And
I ever saw Angele and she said, "Guess what my job is?" I would guess electrician.
would you?
Mhm.
I would think personal trainer.
No, she wasn't that buff, or like I would think she worked on a construction site.
Yeah.
She's got that vibe about her.
She says she has a close family member who was in and out of jail, and she saw how the system treated that person. And she
Hmm.
goes, I think I'm going to get along with my cellmates because I kind of look like them. I even like shaved my head up on the side, to look
She
more.
looks like Lyric.
Yeah. Yeah. She looks like a badass.
Yeah.
She goes to a tattoo parlor. She's talking about how to like
Hmm.
finish up her sleeve and stuff. And she says, I had a rough childhood. I bounced between houses. My mom went through a lot. I always had to be the strong one for my mom, for the family. And now, really, my friends are my family. And we see her
Hmm.
go to a dinner with her friends. And she goes, I've always been very open about my sexuality. I'm not going to hide it when I'm in there.
Hmm.
And all my friends, are basically scared of me. And we see her friends like, yeah, she's aggressive. She's tough. I wouldn't want to fight her. Yeah, I'm terrified. And then in her talking head, she says, I don't know what's going to happen in there, but I'm going to tell you something right now. I ain't going to be nobody's bitch. Nobody's going to fuck me over. And I have a real problem with authority. And I think I'm going to have more problems with the COs than the inmates. Well, you're barely going to see the CO, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no problems right there. No beefing with the CEOs because they don't give a fuck what y'all do.
They're
No.
just there for a paycheck. Mm-mm.
Yep.
So she goes to get handcuffed like everybody does. And she was like, no, I'm really ready. I've got it in my mindset. Like I'm ready to go. But we see a flashback to, well, we don't know what her story is, but she says a flashback to when they go to the class to get their story, the classroom.
Hmm.
And the colonel says in the women's zones, women tend to immediately try to create family,
Uh-huh.
which
Yeah.
makes sense. And that'll be good for you to get in with a group of people, but
Hmm.
don't get involved in any of their shenanigans,
Oh boy.
which we don't know.
Mm.
So, Angele, it's going to take
Hmm.
me a minute. Angele says, I'm in my persona. I'm embracing it. I'm no longer Angele. I'm now an inmate. And they take her into intake and she's like badass, like looking around and stuff. I was like, okay, she's going to be good.
Yeah, you kind of wonder, is she gonna end up being the softie? Like
Yeah.
really all about
Yeah.
the girls' backstories and trying to be like a mentor or something
Yeah.
like that. But
Mhm.
by the end of this season, I feel like Stephanie's gonna be fucking everybody in her cell block. She is acting like she's in a sorority house right now. Like this is the best time of her life. She is thriving in
She's like,
prison.
I've never had girlfriends.
I'm like, girl, these are not the kind of friends you want to call girlfriends, but go off. She's loving this.
But so
She's not
Jaclyn
gonna
and
want to go home.
Stephanie have now clocked each other.
Hmm.
I wonder if they'll clock Angele too. I don't think so.
I don't think they are. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Because she doesn't look as so different than the other inmates. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay. Now we're going to go to Alan. Alan in zone 500. He is talking about a sandwich. He's like, it's supposed to be bologna, but I don't think it is. I didn't even like bologna in the real world, much less whatever this is supposed to be.
Oh,
I've been here a week. My roommate Nick has been great. He's so welcoming. He's helped me. He's helped me with the rules and everything. But Nick, he was in and out quick. He left. Why did Nick
oh
have to go?
boy.
You
I
know why?
know. Mm-mm. Like sometimes when they say that person has to go, I'm like go to like another prison, go to another ward, or like released.
Or is it now it's time for them to go to court, and then after that, they'll go to, like,
Oh,
real
maybe.
prison or
Okay.
well, we didn't get any
Yeah.
information where Nick went. So Alan got to move to the bottom bunk, so that was good.
Mhm.
And he goes, "I'm without a cellmate now." And so he's talking to the camera in the corner, which is funny. And also when we saw Matt when he was
Mhm.
doing before he did the distress
Yes.
signal, he was like pretending in the middle of his cell. He was like screaming, like ah, like a Shawshank Redemption moment, ah, like he's screaming. So it would all be on camera because he's so dramatic.
He just cannot like,
No, Matt,
I don't get it. Can you imagine him being a preacher?
no, he's so annoying.
He would be just like, he'd have the only members of his congregation would be like his 17 kids.
Right, right.
No one else could deal with them.
Mm. Okay. So Alan's on the bottom bunk and he's without a cellmate. He's talking to the camera and he says, it can mess with your mind when you get locked,
Yeah.
when they lock you down like this and you're in here by yourself.
Yeah.
And he says, we've been in lockdown for 20 hours and he doesn't know why. And they tell him, well, yeah, they had to go in lockdown because they're short of COs. So they can't let people out and about.
Damn.
Yeah. So because they're short of COs, they all get locked in their rooms for 20 hours.
That's,
And
I would lose.
if you don't have a tablet,
Yeah.
and then I don't know if they allow them how they let them charge the tablets because they definitely don't allow them
Right.
cords.
Yeah, that's true too. So
So
you've only got a certain time on that tablet.
I wonder if then you take your tablet over to the CO and they charge it and you come back and get it in 2 hours or whatever.
Well, if they're counting on the COs to charge their shit, they're never gonna get a charge on their
Mm-mm.
tablets because
The
those
COs,
COs don't.
they're like, let me catch up on Gilmore Girls. I wanted to
Right.
catch up on some back episodes. Okay, so Alan says, I'm beginning to like change my thoughts on arresting people for these small things because I wouldn't wish this life on
Mm,
anybody.
okay.
Interesting.
All right.
So a new inmate is coming into room with Alan. Alan's excited to get somebody to talk to. And he walks in and he goes, what's your name? He goes, in the joint, they call me Pancho. And he goes, okay,
Okay.
Pancho.
Pancho.
Okay.
All
And he
right.
goes, yeah, this is my second time. He was at Rice Street or something. And Alan says, yeah, this is my first time being here.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I was in my apartment, everything was fine. So,
Yeah,
um,
with my wife or fiance and my newborn baby that
I don't
I left
remember
behind.
Alan's backstory. Do we know Alan's backstory?
Yeah, he's a cop. I can't remember if he's married or if it's his fiance and he's
No,
got
no,
like a
no.
7-month-old baby. Oh,
His
like
story
his
for
story
being
on why he's
here.
in
Yeah,
prison?
yeah.
I don't think we heard it.
I don't think we did either. But I've got the notes, but I don't feel like going back and looking because somebody will tell us. But I really don't think I think you and I would remember together.
No, I don't think he had a backstory.
And when I say I don't feel
Oh,
like going back and looking, which means I would have to pause these notes, go to the other notes, and I don't want to have to pause the podcast to do that.
yeah,
Um,
I can't remember.
I can't remember either because remember they just called him chicken legs. They said he had a mullet. Um, yeah, okay. If I
Yeah, it
figure
is. I'm drawing a blank.
I'll go look at the notes from the last episode. If I figure it out, I'll text you. Okay. So Pancho comes in. He says it's his second time being there. And Alan goes, oh, really? It's my first time here. And he's asking what he's in for. And he goes, I'm in here for 2 FTAs, failure to appears. They got me on
Mhm.
some bullshit. He goes, you listen, here's what happened. My buddy was playing with a gun and accidentally shot and killed himself right in the heart. And he goes, and I was there and they ran my name and I had a warrant out. And
Yeah.
then he's had failure to appear. Anyway, warrants were out for failure to appear on something else.
Right.
And then he's near his buddy who accidentally shot himself in the heart with a gun.
And
Okay.
then the way that he goes, if it weren't for my friend shooting himself, I wouldn't even be here.
His friend is dead.
I'm like, okay, no sympathy for the dead. I see. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Mm-hmm.
So then we see Alan and his roommate talking about what we're about to find out, which is Carl breaks Nate's tablet.
Mm-hmm.
And Alan's like, wow, this is crazy. Half the dorm are ready to take up for Nate and attack
This
Carl.
is crazy how much these guys love Nate.
I know.
I'm starting to think, is Nate community dick or something like that? They
No.
really, they
No, because then
really,
people would
really
be
love
jealous.
him.
Mm-mm.
I
So
mean, they feel the need to protect. Like Nate is their boy.
I know. I think Nate's just a good guy who never fucks with anybody, never tries to take your food, never tries to like get on anybody's bad side. You know,
And they love his ass.
they love Nate. So then we see Alan's roommate stands up on a chair and is like, I'm going to try to take this light fixture down. Alan's like, why? He goes, because you could use it to make a shank. He's like, huh?
Oh
And
shit.
then he pulls out the plastic cup that they use to put their
Mhm.
toothbrushes in and starts tearing it apart to make a shank.
That's scary.
And Alan's like, what are you doing? And Pancho goes, come on, Alan, think like a criminal. And Alan's like, I'm not going down for somebody else's broken shit, man. Like, I don't want to get any more time
Mm-mm.
added. I'm staying out of it. And Pancho's like, no, you're not. You're not staying out of anything.
That's scary.
And Alan's like,
He's
what?
feeling like you better do like he's basically threatening him. Like if you don't do something, like
I'm going to do
you'll.
something to you. Mhm.
Yeah.
And Pancho, who's been there one day, was like, don't you want to stay alive? Alan's like, huh?
I was like, wait a minute. I've been here for about a week. There's really been no threats. You come in here one day, now we're talking about shanking people. I'm starting to think you might be the problem, Pancho. You're the problem. And here's the thing: why is Pancho even involved? He just got there. He doesn't even know Nate.
I know. He didn't know anybody.
Ugh.
Okay. So now we're at Nate. Okay. Here's where the problem happens. Carl, who they
Mhm.
call Big Swole, because he is
Swole.
buff. He is buff. They're
Yeah.
asking him. Carl says to Nate, "Where's your tablet?" I wrote down that Carl said, "Can I use your tablet?" But later they're saying, no, he never said, "Can
So
I
he
use it?" He
asked,
just said,
"Where's
"Where
your
is it?
tablet?"
Where is it?"
Yeah.
And Nate says, "It's locked in my cell." So then Carl goes and presses the button and says, "Can you open 506 just real quick? Just real quick."
I
And
know.
they do it. They open and they know 506 is not his cell.
I know. That's fucking scary.
And they open it up and he goes in and takes it.
Yeah.
And then at the talking head, Carl goes, "I don't know. It's the law of the jungle, man. The weaker are preyed upon. Like, whatever." So Nate goes, so they're interchangeably using the word tablet and using the word iPad. And so
Right.
in the talking head, Nate goes, "He went in and took my iPad, and that's not right. It's not right." He said, but what if it wasn't a tablet? Like, what if we were really beefing and he got a shank and came in? Nobody could see
Yeah.
what he was doing and going
Yeah.
on. That would be on the guards. If he just asked them to open my cell and I was in
Yep.
there,
Yeah.
and he goes, and that would be on the guards. And we'd have a real problem.
I can't believe they did that.
I can't believe they're just like, oh, sure, we'll just press the button and let you
Pop
go
it
in there.
open. Yeah. Wow.
So now we see it literally says gang members. These other gang members, I guess the ones that are against Carl, but they
Mm-hmm.
love Nate.
I love Nate.
And they're asking Nate about like what happened. And they're like, we'll go get it back for you. We'll go get it back for you. And he goes, no, like, don't worry about it. We're good. And we see
Right.
Carl holding that iPad, just dancing.
Yeah. Listen
Ooh,
to his music.
he's
Yeah.
got his music
Yeah.
and he's just dancing around. And Nate's like, oh my God, like I know I'm gonna have to retaliate on this. And
Mm-hmm.
he's talking to another guy who goes, if you said it's in your room, he should not have gone in there and taken it.
Right.
So Nate goes and says, Carl, where's my tablet? And Carl goes, I slid it under your door. And so he's like, all right. So now that all the doors are popped back open, they all get to go back in. And Nate picks it up and goes, it's broken. Like it's shattered. The whole thing is shattered.
Like, what an asshole. You stole it, then you broke it, then you return it. You should have just kept it.
Nate goes, not only did he steal it, he broke it and then
Yeah.
slid it under my door broken. And so like he's showing it
Yeah.
to his roommate.
Yeah.
So everybody's now walking by looking in. They want to know what happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? And he goes, I'm going to lose respect if I don't address it. And they're all like,
Right.
man, you're getting charged $200 for that.
And
Like,
then you got to get another one.
right. Right. So Carl is like, hell no, I didn't break it. I listened to one song and then I slid it back under his door. And the other guy's like, man, you broke his tablet. He's like, no, I didn't. I did not break it. Now there's an inmate
Yes,
that
you
has like
did.
a facial piercing here. And
Mm-hmm.
he says, Carl acts like he didn't do it. He's lying. And we all know Nate's going to have to beat his ass up in some way, somehow. So we all got to ride with Nate.
Oh, this is scary because poor Nate is in such distress.
He's like,
You know what I mean?
I don't want to have to kick anybody's ass. And they're like, no, you're going to. We're going to have your back. And we got Shanks. And you're like, what the fuck?
Like, he's like, okay, no one needs to get killed because the screen is broken. You know what? Actually, guys, it's my fault. I didn't purchase the screen protector. It's totally my fault. We're gonna let this go. It's all right. Everyone just calm down. But like, these people are ready to go because they already hate Big Swole anyway.
Do you think Carl broke it on purpose or broke it on accident? It was like, oh fuck, and just slid it back under the door and be like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
Why would he break his shit on purpose? You know, if he
because he's an asshole. Why would he go steal it on purpose?
Right. Because he wanted to hear a song, man. He just wanted to hear that
one song. You know how it is when you have that one song in your head and you just kind of listen to it and you get all the feels.
Yeah.
I guess that's what was going on with Big Swole that day.
So Nate's like, man, you break my shit and you don't even say anything. Like, so fucked up shit, man. And Desmond's like, I'm going to have to poke his bitch ass up. Fuck that bitch. And Nate's like, nah. And Desmond goes, nah, man, this is penitentiary rules in effect. And Nate goes, I'm not trying to get me or you or anybody any more time.
Right.
Desmond goes, that shit's lame as hell. Like, come on, bro. What's the plan? What are we going to do? Like, they are like, yeah.
They're like, we ride at dawn.
We ride at dawn. Nate, you're in charge. And Nate's like, I don't care that much. Yeah.
Right.
So the talking head Desmond goes, I'm going to help you fight, but you got to stand up for yourself. Like, he won't stand up for himself. And you don't want them to think they can try you because one dude tries you and then another dude tries you.
It's like such a weird position to be in.
Yeah. Because if
you know what I mean?
If you're like, man, that's fucked up, but I hate you now, you're my enemy, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Well, another guy's going to be like, oh, next week I can steal his commissary.
Yeah. He let him get away with doing that. So let me do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate.
So Desmond says, look, I know you're on that Martin Luther King shit and nonviolent protest shit.
That was so funny.
But Desmond goes, but I'm on the Malcolm X shit by any means necessary.
Oh my gosh. Martin Luther King was like, okay, when I sat down and wrote the I Have a Dream speech, I didn't think it would be used in prison. You know what I mean? I just wanted us all to come together. This was not a prison speech right there.
Yeah.
That was hilarious how he put that together like that.
I was like, oh, look at Desmond. He's pretty smart.
Yeah, right.
He's listened to history. So now we hear Carl who's yelling, whoever picked up Nate's tablet and crushed it, you a real sucker ass dude, man. Whoever did that to Nate.
Everyone knows it was you. Like, we're on the outside.
Yeah.
And we know you did it.
And then they're trying to be like, well, maybe like when he slid it under and they opened the door, somebody stepped on it. Yeah.
No.
The talking head Alan goes, yeah, you can hear Carl's yelling from somebody else's cell that somebody else from his cell that somebody else did it, but we know Carl did it.
Yeah.
And we see some other guys saying like, oh, we're going to have to get him. We're going to all have to get Carl. And they're all just laughing about it. Nate goes,
not seem like fun times.
Nate goes, everybody's expecting me to do something, you know? So then he looks out and they see a team of officers walking through and they're like, uh-oh, what's green team doing up in here? Now, the black screen of death says this is the direct action response team that is called during high risk situations, DART. I wonder why he called them green team.
I don't know. It seemed like they'd be the red team because they're like stopping the situation.
Yeah. Green team. So the colonel says, we had to remove inmate Fisher to avoid conflict. We have heard he might be a target for a gang stabbing. And everybody is yelling. He's like, you bitch ass, P word, blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck out of here. And then you see Nate talking to Desmond like, man, I was worried. Like, God, if you stabbed him, I'm going to have to get my hits in. And Desmond's like, yeah, motherfucker, if I stabbed him, you're going to have to do
you better kick him in the head or something. Like, God, I'm not stabbing him for no reason.
And then you see Alan go, yeah, now I'm worried because Pancho now has a shank for no reason.
What's he going to do with his fucking shank? Like, I don't know. I'm going to wake up and the shank's going to be in my face. I don't. Take all my bologna.
Take my bologna. And would you like the bottom bunk? Because I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need the bottom. I can sleep on the floor.
It's
You
fine.
can have both beds. Yeah.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Black Screen of Death, before 500 is released from their lockdown, when Carl is getting taken out, the DART team plans a raid. And the colonel says,
Ooh.
"We have heard of Shanks inside Zone 500." Well, if they're just watching those little cameras, they would have seen.
I'm wondering how they're getting. So someone's a snitch. Somebody's snitching,
Somebody
like your little
snitching.
friend says from
Mhm.
Lalu. Someone
Snitching.
snitched. Yeah.
Or production has told them, like, "We're watching this and we can see what's going on."
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's true too.
So next time on 60 Days In, everybody's getting searched. They've got them all out of
Hmm.
their cells and they're they're doing the searches. Um, and Angele enters. And we see another new guy who's entering. We don't get his name. He's a cute guy. He's got a wife and kids. So what's going on there?
Well,
Um,
why are you trying to be away from your family?
yeah, I don't know, but he was cute. And now we see Jaclin. Jaclin's dorm is full of people constantly yelling and fighting. And
Yeah.
she says, everybody's yelling and fighting. There's no repercussions on any of this.
Right.
And we see her just lose her GD mind. And she is yelling, "Shut the fuck up and go to sleep." Yeah.
Okay. Someone's going to beat up Jaclin.
You think?
Yeah, she's fucking annoying. Like, okay, she's not annoying, but to them, I bet they think she's really annoying. She's right in what she's saying,
Yeah.
but she's kind of going against the crew a little bit. So she may be getting on some people's bad side.
Here's the thing. If you've got nothing to do in there and they won't let you sleep at night, just like, 3 to 6 every afternoon is my nap time. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I don't think she's gonna make the 60 days. I'd
I
be
don't think she
really
is
surprised.
either. I don't think I'll be very surprised.
Whereas Stephanie's gonna sign up for like another 60 days. Like, you know what? I don't feel like I have enough intel. Let me stay, I don't know, 120 more days. She likes it there.
If we see next week, all of a sudden Lyric's got like real long hair.
We know where it came from.
We know
We know where it came from. Yeah.
But I think
There's a
Stephanie's
ball.
just gonna
There's a
give it to
ball head.
her.
Happily.
Yeah.
She's gonna think this bonds us. It's like a friendship bracelet made out
Yeah.
of hair extensions for them.
Mhm.
Yeah. She'd
She's
have to
go
give it away.
She's like, "Go ahead and take it out. I don't know how. Ooh, you're touching me. I
I
like
feel like
it."
we're closer now.
Yeah. You're right. Stephanie does think it's a sorority house.
Totally does.
She's so
Yeah.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, next week you see what happened with Angele. And again, you guys, if you know what happens, don't tell
Don't
us.
tell us.
Don't tell us.
Mm-mm.
We don't want to know what happens, what somebody's doing in the present.
Mm-mm.
We will research all of that ourselves at the end, but
Mm-hmm.
don't, because we did find something out that was shocking about somebody
And
on
we
this
were
show.
shooketh. Like we were shooketh so bad that we questioned one another. Like, do you think this is real?
And we then sent it to Kimberly, who was like, she had not heard it.
Yeah.
So guys, if you find out something about something that happens this season or something about where are they now, don't tell us.
Don't tell us.
We will
No.
cover it at the end. At the end, we'll do a little research to see if we can figure out where are they
Yeah.
now, but don't tell us because we want to be surprised.
Yes.
Next week, you'll have another episode. It'll be episode 3. Tomorrow, I'm covering 90 Day HEA with Kimberly. And this week, I have Amy Phillips on to talk about Pop and Bravo. And we will be discussing the party that Ryan Bailey and I are hosting before her show at BravoCon, which is the Saturday night before Amy's show, which is Saturday, November 15th at the Hard Rock Cafe. And we're very excited. Ryan Bailey and I are hosting a party, and it's free. It's free. The tickets will be available. They'll be free. Click it. Just let us know you're coming. And we'll maybe have some other people that will be stopping by to say hello. And I'm very excited about that. And
sounds like a grand time.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm getting my outfits all together for Bravo.
I bet you are.
Yes, I am.
And everyone needs to remember Tuesday's rapidly approaching.
I know. So this is Monday. So tomorrow is Tuesday, which is our birthdays.
Don't forget to sign up for our birthday giveaway. We're gifting you guys.
That's right. Somebody gets a gift. So you guys, the details are on Keisha's Instagram. It's on my Instagram, Pink Shade Pod, the Libra Lounge with Keisha. Go look that up. What you have to do is you have to put on your Instagram a video wishing us a happy birthday. And then Ingrid will randomly choose from those videos, and there'll be one winner, and you're getting like t-shirts
all
and
kinds
a
of swag.
free Patreon and a fan
Yes.
and all sorts of stuff. So today's
Yeah.
Monday. You've got one more day. Tomorrow is our birthday. Tuesday, October 21st. It's our birthdays. We are sisters from another mister, twins
Yes,
separated at
we
birth,
are twins. Yes.
just like the Parent Trap. And wouldn't that be something? Somebody'd have some explaining to do.
You never know. Genetics are a crazy, crazy,
You
crazy,
never
crazy thing.
know. You
You
never
never know.
know.
Yep.
And make sure you're doing that because that'll be super fun for us and then super fun for
Hmm.
you because you could be the winner, right?
And everyone wants to be a winner.
Everybody wants to be a winner. Everybody
Mhm.
follow Keisha's podcast, The Libra Lounge with Keisha. And please follow us both on social media. Again, that's where you get the information about the party I'm doing with Ryan Bailey at BravoCon
Mhm.
and also our birthday. Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
Keisha. Bye.
Bye.